the first thing on the summer fun list is we have arrived.
Don't you think we're better together? Oh, I think we are.
Good morning. It is, what? Apparently the talking isn't happening today. We are packing up. We are getting ready to leave today. We're still in Maryland with our families, but we're leaving. I just finished all my morning stuff and we're packing everything up. So Peter found us a very fun place to stay tonight on our drive back to Massachusetts. And I'm really excited about it. So I cannot wait to show you guys where we arrive to in a few hours. But from now until then, we need to finish packing the car. We're gonna say goodbye to his mom and then go say goodbye to my family. And hopefully we're gonna be able to stop by my grandparents' house on the way out of town. They live like an hour away-ish. And so we're gonna say goodbye to them, say hello, say goodbye, and then be on our way to our next stop. And it'll be fun.
Hey, good morning, guys. I know Mary already started the vlog, but we are making one pit stop before we leave town today. I stopped at Starbucks because I gotta upload the vlog before we get on the road. But I know Mary told you I'm excited for our trip today. We're gonna check something off our summer fun list tonight. So here we go.
Welcome back to the car. We're coming at you here from the parking lot
where the vlog is uploaded and we are getting on the road. But the first thing to do is to pull up our summer fun list.
Oh my gosh!
Because a couple weeks ago, the weather was starting to change and Mary and I sat down one afternoon, we're like, let's make a summer fun list. I don't think we got too far.
We've added like 4 things.
We have
3 things.
3 things. But the first thing on the summer fun list is stay in a tiny house.
I speech jammed you.
What? You were like going so slow. You're like, stay in a... we titled the vlog when we went to Mary's parents' cabin. We can't talk. When we went to Mary's we went to the cabin a few days ago.
It is a tiny house.
It's
a cabin tiny house.
It's a cabin, but we are tonight, for the first time in our lives.
Well, go ahead, and I've got a thing. Go ahead.
For the first time in our lives, we are staying in a tiny house.
And the difference between my parents' cabin and this tiny house, the tiny house we're going to be staying in is on wheels. So it is the true embodiment of a tiny house. But
I think there is a square footage requirement for the technical term tiny house.
And?
I don't actually know.
Oh. Well, either way, we are literally psyched out of our minds, so excited. I wish you guys could be in this car with us and you could experience the funness of Peter.
What?
No, like seriously.
Okay, we're driving by this guy and you know that like when you're like checking out the person next to you, not like checking them out, but like,
yeah, you like, it's just a natural thing when you're driving by somebody, you kind of look in the window.
Look in there. But
let's see if this guy looks.
But like, I looked over and it was like an SUV about the same height as us, and our eyes met. My eyes met with the guy, and I just like, it's one of those moments where you gotta do something, and I was just like, and I was like, just gave that guy a pretty vigorous head nod.
And much laughter ensued. But like, that is something that's hard about vlogging. I wish that the camera was on for that natural moment that happened. But the reality is we can't have the camera on all the moments. So then we have to try to retell it, and then it's like hashtag you had to be there. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. We just got to spend time with my grandparents, and they're just fun. They're fun to spend time with, and we love hearing their stories. They were talking about one of their first homes. They got in, how long was it? 28 feet with the tank on the end. So a very small trailer, and that was their entire house.
It came up because we were telling them that we were staying in a tiny house tonight. And they're like, well, we lived in a tiny house.
That's right, before it was popular. And they just made it work, and they said we didn't have a lot of money, but you work your tail off, they didn't say that,
Yeah.
but you work your tail off, you pay the bills, and you make do with what you have. And you choose contentment with what you have. And they had a small trailer, and they were together, and they were happy, and now they live in a house, and they're happy, and they're together. And it doesn't matter like how much or how little you have or don't have, but you make the most of it. And anyway, it was just so fun to like hear their stories and sit and drink coffee with them, and I just loved it. And I got a couple pictures. Last time we were there, I set my phone up and I recorded when Mom and I were playing. She was playing the piano and we were singing. And so if you want to watch that, we'll link that video up here. Guess what we did? We bought batteries. I don't think they're gonna last very long, but we bought batteries so that I could do my middle of the day cased in the car. How convenient. I'll keep you updated on how many times the batteries let me do my nebulizer.
Okay guys, the moment we've been waiting for. It was a pretty swift drive. We have arrived. Let me let you guys focus in on this. This is the outside. We will give you a daylight tour tomorrow, but we'll give you an initial nighttime tour. You can see Mary and Ollie are already in the tiny house. This is actually built on a trailer, so there are wheels down here, so it is off the grid, and it has solar panels. This tiny house is kind of semi off the grid because it has solar panels, solar power, and inverter, but it also has a line of power to it and a water supply to it, so that makes some modern comforts like a shower and sink. But let's go inside and give you a little tour.
That was perfect.
So we actually also have AC, so I'm gonna turn off the AC while we do this little tour.
It's so cool.
We love it. So you come in the door, and here is the view from the door.
And of course we already have all of our stuff.
Yeah, we were like, we should have done this before we brought our stuff in, but hey, this is, I guess, a real life tour in a tiny house. We brought in Mary's vest, we have our clothes, and cute little dining. Like, one of the things I loved about this, they called it the glass house, and it's just windows all the way around. Thankfully there are blinds that we can put down, so we can, we weren't sure if there would be. But it has this kitchen area, fridge, microwave, hot pot stove kind of thing, and a toaster. The sink, like I said, there's a supply of water.
Is it like a tank? Or?
There is a tank, but I think in the winter they turn off the supply of water to here. But like, I think in the warmer months there is actually a supply. They have a water supply. I think they run a hose out here. But we are like far removed. This is like on a farm property, and we're far removed, so like there's no house around, or it's just kind of wilderness around us.
It's so nice.
But this nice bed here.
So I'm thinking if we shut all the lights off, we can see the stars.
Out the windows, yes. It's a starry night. What's under the bed? Is that like a drawer?
More sheets, thankfully. Come here.
Oh, are they microfiber? That is hilarious.
If you were with us for the last Airbnb, hashtag microfiber. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But there are cotton sheets. Do you want me to do a little food snack haul?
Yes,
I
Mary.
have to get us some rations.
This is Mary's gas station, tiny house.
Food haul.
Food haul.
Pound cake.
Awesome. Cheese
Real
crackers.
cheese.
Nice.
Cheese crackers. Holy cheese Snyder snacks.
Those look cool.
They look cool.
You're feeling
Krispy
like
Kreme powdered donuts.
Who would have known?
They charged me $2 for this.
What?
That's a ripoff. And honey roasted cashews. And
that?
I got
Did you get some drinks?
I got the only milk that they had plain, and it's called ultra filtered milk, aka it lasts forever.
Interesting.
But that was the only milk option, so we got some milk.
Okay.
And that is our...
Wait, we forgot to show the bathroom.
Oh, yes.
And apparently we haven't checked out this toilet yet. The owner of this
Uh-oh.
Airbnb.
Where's the toilet paper?
Uh-oh. There's no toilet paper.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
We're gonna have to read the thing and see if it says no toilet paper allowed or something.
What do you do? I guess you can hop
Shake
in the
and
shower.
run.
There is the shower. So there's a little, well, there's the shower. Oh, it's like a full-size shower.
Yeah.
And sink here. And so this is called a dry flush toilet. And I think what it does is when you, after you go, you flush and I think it just kind of like vacuum seals. And there's like 17 flushes per cartridge.
And that is for wet or solid,
Yes.
I assume?
So we have yet to experience what that is like. But I'm curious because that is one piece of like, I've wondered what it would be like to live in a tiny house.
Yeah.
And, cause some have composting toilets, and different options, but this will be interesting to try out. Okay, we are going to relax. Another like modern convenience that this tiny house does have is that it has Wi-Fi, which is super nice. So we're gonna relax, enjoy our evening before we get back on the road tomorrow and head home. But as we always say whenever we're on the road, we don't have a partnership with Airbnb or anything, but we do have an affiliate link that if you guys sign up through our link for Airbnb, you can get somewhere between like $30 and $40 off your first booking. And
we see emails come in from Airbnb like, Brittany just booked a stay, and I like get so excited. So you guys get credit, we get some Airbnb credit as well, which actually makes it possible for us to like come stay at places like this and give you guys tours and that sort of thing. So the link works out on both ends, and we are thankful to see those pop up when you guys make bookings and stuff.
so maybe there's a tiny house near you that you want to check out.
There's actually a filter for it. So when you're searching, like search like New York or wherever you're going, and then you go down to filters, and then you go down to unique property types, I think, more filters, and then tiny house will be there. So
That's how we found this one.
let us know if you find any. And we're gonna go turn off all the lights so we can see the stars. And
As always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Ollie, can you say goodnight to all the people? Did we
Good
have
night,
such a good
guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
trip? Good night.